Hey, it's Sekhmet L, your soul empowerment coach. I want to thank you for coming in today. I wanted to have a brief introduction to crafting your way into 2025. Now, if you're new, you wouldn't know this. First of all, welcome. But if you have been watching my videos and you've been building relationship with me, you know that not only am I one of those very creative, spiritual, out there types of people. I love to craft. And one of the fun things and fun ways to introduce and usher in a new mindset, especially when it comes to a calendar year for me, is to vision board. And I have for a long time always coupled vision boarding with journaling, right? And so neither of the two would be possible though if it weren't for the ability to clear one's mind through mind setting, the actual setting of a mind framework in order to see the layout of what it is you are expecting to manifest or bring into fruition to co-create for your year or whatever the framework is that you're doing, right? Because you don't have to just create vision boards or journal for a specific idea for a year. You can do it for a theme in your life. People do it for their weddings. If they want to go on a trip, they're setting up all the planes, the airlines, the drinks. Like, it's a very detailed experience. And so I just wanted to usher that kind of momentum in, maybe do something a little differently than just sitting there being a bore. I have my little journal pad. On the other side of the camera, I do have the large post-its, and I'm going to help you, well, not help you, but I want to help assist the idea of sparking some new things to come for you in 2025. Now, sometimes, right, when we are creating a new belief system for ourselves, we have to go back over the things that were successful for us, right? So one of the things I can tell you for me that I'm going to be using is because I want to get back into speaking. In 2019, I won this award. It's the Trailblazing Woman Entrepreneur Award for Trailblazing Speaker of the Year. This was here in Atlanta. It's a little dirty, sorry. So that was something that was really, really fun for me. And on this inset, I'm showing you where in 2016 or 17, I was in Nashville on News Channel 5, and I actually did a segment for vision boards live on TV. Don't laugh at the wig. It was a whole story behind it, right? But these are the two things that out of five that I truly want to work on getting back to. So I now need to develop a framework about how this came about, what was working, going over why did I fail? Like, why did I lose myself, or why did I lose the momentum from this? And I have a video on getting your power back that talks about where did you lose yourself and going to get the power back. Because when people call their power back to them, where are they calling it from? People don't often know the origin where they lost it, right? So I want you to reconnect with the things that were successful, and I want you to not be afraid to confront that thing that you lost, right? Because sometimes when we lose momentum, or we lose an opportunity, or we lose a thing or a relationship to an opportunity, sometimes we become so intimidated by the trauma of that loss that we don't want to go back. I'm telling you right now, for the purposes of moving forward and going back into the future, you have to backtrack and build a sustainable blueprint. And that means understanding your losses as well as your gains. So here are the five things that we're going to focus on for 2025, right? 2025. So when it comes to Earth, this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about your physical health, your body, what it is you're going to put in your body, what's going to sustain and provide you longevity, and what do you need to do. Excuse me. That may mean a diet change. That may mean, you doing something to add endurance, so adding electrolytes or more protein, or, deciding to fall off of meats and carbs and all that. So we're going to use Earth as what we're going to do with our body. Also, material means. right? Your money, honey. What are you going to do? We all could use more money, right? I have a budget that's going to be going up next year, so I need to work on that. What are you going to do to bring in more money? What are you going to do to sustain the lifestyle that you currently have? You want to maintain it or you want to expand it? How are you going to get more material currency, finances? In what way are you going to exchange your living space here in the earth with sustaining your presence here? So, are you going to look into cryptocurrency? Are you going to create something and create an exchange for people to buy and invest in? Are you going to make investments yourself? Do you do stocks, bonds, and you know, real estate, those type of things? So we're going to work on navigating through the earth, and I'm going to go through this really quickly so we can get to the journaling part because they collide, okay? The second thing you want to work on for 2025, according to the elemental chart, is fire. Fire is all about emotion, right? I myself consider myself to be a warrior in the garden. So I'm always ready. But there are times when I'm too much warrior and there's no garden, you know what I mean? So I have to work on stabilizing, finding balance with my fire. I have to work on certain aspects of my confidence as it relates to speaking up for myself. You know what I mean? So that's something that I definitely need to work on moving forward. There are certain things that I have let go and I have not been 10 toes down on in regards to myself. And so you want to bring either balance or surplus to your emotional character, right? Think about where it is you want to go, because when you're creating your vision board, specifically, you have to have a narrative to drive your energy, right? Where your attention goes, that's what flows, that's what expands. Are you someone who, gives too much into their emotional experience? I have spoken on emotional vexation and emotional intelligence, and sometimes being a victim of putting your emotions out there, embodying it so much that you lose yourself to your emotions. Do you need therapy? Do you need counseling? Do you need coaching to help bring balance? Because the reason why a lot of us have experiences, life experiences that we are not fond of, is because we don't have balance in our emotions. Our traumatic childhoods or triggers that we've acquired or we've created for ourselves are so out of whack that they're creating a surplus, but it's not a healthy lifestyle, right? It's not something that's yielding you anything to fulfill your destiny or your soul. So you want to bring balance in the ways that you know you need, because I can't tell you where you need balance at if we don't have a one-on-one conversation, but you know where you're doing too much and when you're not doing enough, right? So we also want to get to working. This is like primary for somebody like me. When it comes to working towards goals, I need to have my spirituality as the primary focus. I am connected to the divine. Okay, if you don't know, I am someone who I consider myself a oneness practitioner. I believe that we are all interconnected, and so I need to have balance around me. I need the spirit of God, the breath of God, to always be my focus. I am ancestrally driven, and so I want to be my ancestors' wildest dream, okay? So for me, I need spiritual growth. What would that look like for you? What is your holistic care plan? Some people may want to get back into church. Did you slip out of going to church? Was that something you used to do? Do you need to go back to church? Are you maybe in the church and you're considering divesting? Or you want to try a different practice? You want to bring this type of emotional balance through your spiritual activities. So what would that look like for you? What is spiritual growth looking like for you? Is it meditation? Is it mindfulness? Is it stillness? Or is it active? So it doesn't have to be passive meditation where you're just sitting there waiting for things to come to you. You can actively be using your body as a form of communication for life to come back to you. Maybe you're just like, I just don't have a title or an identity. I just know that my soul needs more. And so I got to read more books. I need to get around like minded people. I need to see what the rest of life outside of me is life in like because I want to incorporate something new. So that brings us down to air, the mental aspect. Your thought leadership for 2025 is going to be paramount. Okay? Thought leadership. We are all influencers. We all influence life in some way. Okay? So don't think that because you're not sitting up on a television, you don't have a microphone or some type of platform that you're not, an example for somebody's life. But when it comes to thought leadership 2025, creating a vision board, creating a mind setting framework that's going to now work for your new philosophies that you're incorporating, you're going to have to develop study time. One thing that I am really, really interested in myself in is learning how to invest financially. I have to get around people that have had not only successes, but have had failures in addition to their successes. The failures that were the springboard, the leap pad to their success, right? So I have to put myself in a position to be around people for what I want. Now, you again might want something different, only you know. And this is why you're writing this down. I want you to get ideas. Like, yeah, I do need to be around people that don't complain as much. I do need to find a group of men, a group of women, some sisters, some brothers that can influence me. And you're not just being influenced to receive, okay? Don't take. I don't believe in mentorship that is one-sided. I believe that we all contribute something. When you get to that space of finding that group that reflects what you need, then you will know what it is you can contribute as a form of gratitude, right? As a form of thanks, as a form and expression of gratefulness. But until then, what do you need? Who do you need to listen to? The last thing that I'm going to tell you, we're going to work on in creating a mindset framework and vision board for our 2025 is the ether and or wind aspect, aka the breath. And I will say that this is your destiny component. So the ether in the body is the throat chakra, okay? The throat chakra. But when we're talking about the breath, it is the inspiration in some trains of thoughts, right? In some ancient schools of thought, or the ruach. If you've ever studied like ancient Jewish or Hebrew, the ruach is the breath of God. But for me, it is the destiny component. This is where you get to have fun with your humanity. One thing I didn't have a lot of because I was always super conservative and very serious. I didn't realize until therapy last year that that was a result of trauma, right? Was I did not have fun. I did not have flexibility. Some of us have a relationship with our everyday life so much so that we don't allow for any curveballs in life to happen. Like, not just fun, but you have to create some room for a glitch to happen where even when you have a plan that you have a bounce back to it. You have a comeback component, right? You never give yourself too much to a situation that you can't come back. Always keep in your mind that you have to be committed to your commitment. So you create a end goal and you work your way through reverse engineering towards that goal that no matter what happens, it doesn't matter if someone dies, it doesn't matter if you break up with somebody, it doesn't matter if you lose everything that you have physically, that you can come back to your plan. And so you need to have an aspect of blueprint where you say, you know what? All of this is great. All of this is great. I have my books. I have my mentorship. I got my money coming to me. My body finna look nice. Right? You have all of these things, but if I lose it all and I lose all of the momentum, I'm going to come back and center into myself. and attach myself to the one thing that created all of this. The one thing that inspired all of this. This is my soul. This is my breath work. This is my ability for my body and my mind to interconnect with the infinite. And if you don't have your soul in a lot, your soul needs to be fed with, of course, knowledge and wisdom, but your soul likes to have fun. It loves the inspiration of doing something different. This is really where people get to manifest. You ever see people that can manifest, like they'll say, I'm gonna get this, and in 1, 2, 3 days it'll happen. It'll be a material thing that's hard to attain if they don't have the necessary criteria. When you allow your soul the freedom, the flexibility to expand itself, to try something new, to do something that your physical self may be afraid of, to take a calculated risk, the rewards of life that come to you, you begin to get youthful in nature, youthful in your countenance, in your energy, in your physical being. You begin to experience this zest and zeal. You ever see older people that are like 70, 80, 85? They're trying something new and they just have the agility of like a 28-year-old. Seriously. They're outside jogging. They're outside, playing pickleball. They're hiking, they're doing something, they're allowing their soul to live outside of the parameters of their body, the parameters of their mind. So when we're creating a vision for ourselves and what we want to up level our life as, always remember the soul, always remember the breath. Remember that destiny needs fun and flexibility. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a little longer than anticipated, and I didn't even get to do everything I wanted to do, but I just started talking. Um, so, when you're creating a plan for your year or your life, and, we need to have plans for both. And because life is all about the constancy of change, we need to always have some flexibility to support whatever our vision is for whatever it is we're trying to develop. I didn't get to really get into the journaling part, which I didn't want to. And I know this is going to seem like a sale, but it's really kind of slick if you just think about it. Like, look, listen to the pitch and or invitation. I didn't get to talk about the journaling aspect, but that's why on December 29th, I've created a journaling, virtual journaling session. That just worked out so well to say it like that. I really was gonna go through all that, but as you hear, my voice is like doing its own thing. But I do want to invite you to my journaling session. It's called The Release, and we're gonna delve deeper into the 5 L. I'm going to show you how to pinpoint each aspect of the elements within yourself and within your plan more specifically. So it's going to be a small, intimate group of us, and we are going to be going over releasing the baggage and debris from 2024 and transitioning into 2025 with a clear mindset for a clear vision. Right? When you have a clear vision, as you know, you really become unstoppable because you already know that the end goal means this is the end game. I don't have anything else to do with my life purpose than what I've constructed this plan to do. And so it is $33. Registration is open until December 27th. If you're watching this before then, I may come back and do a vision board. I don't know yet. But I really would love to see you. The website is RVJ, R like Rose, V like Very, J like Johnson, .eventbrite.com. Again, it's The Release, a virtual journaling session. And I really am excited to get back into what I love. For me, I'm on a trajectory where I need my soul to tell me what to do. I can definitely say that a lot of the things that allowed me to kind of stumble is that I was telling my soul how to live. And it's really the other way around. So I have now found elements to incorporate into my life to feed my soul. And so that's going to be something that I work on for 2025. I hope that you're going to be in the journaling session. But tell me in the comments below, what are you working on for 2025? Because we're practically there. Congratulations for making it. You can't really be in my tribe if you don't have vision. Like, I love vision. It is the sexiest thing about a human to me. Somebody that's not gonna waste their life, just letting life take them and do things, unless there's a lesson that, the creator definitely wants you to learn, and you have to take those years of solitude and or depression to acquire who you are. But I need to know, what are you working on? What are you releasing? And are you going to join me in class? Now, my throat will be much clearer. The wig will be curled and all of that. So, sorry. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Congratulations for making it out of 2024. Congratulations to making it to the threshold of 2025. And congratulations for exceeding your goal 1 year from now at the tail end of 2025. I know that you're going to have what you said you're going to have because you're going to work for it. You're going to call it in. You're going to make it so. You're going to bring it into submission to who you are. Because that's what we do over here. Until the next time when I see you, I love you, be well, and choose you.